Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Grim Dawn. Last episode we found a Zolhan's battle plate and we are now using it. We lost a bit of health, but we did make up for that by boosting our damage. This boosts our physical damage and our piercing damage, of which of course the physical damage is the most important bit. We get some additional chance to avoid projectiles as well as +2 to Zolhan's technique, which is this lovely little AoE proc effect. In addition to that, we had a Raider Battle Axe of Alacrity drop, which despite being a yellow item actually had a rather nice boost to our damage output as well. So everything is new and shiny. And on top of that, I already put this one aside as well. Nearly 20 health regenerated per second does work rather nicely for us. So we lost a bit in the health department, we gained a bit in the damage and health regeneration departments. So I think overall we're still doing rather well. This episode we're gonna go after Commander Lucius in the armory. And as I've been mentioning, I think this is gonna be a very true test of skill and tankiness. Because, well, Lucius does a boatload of ethereal damage and we're only resisting that at 10% right now.
Can't do that yet.
So far,
that skill's not ready.
Things are progressing pretty decently. A reflective archmage, but well, we are not truly impressed by that now, are we? Pick up all the items. There was a hero in here which drops more loot. And a final yellow before we can enter. Which is a very small detour over to the side here. And the armory is just ahead. It's already visible on the minimap. But despite losing about 700 or so maximum life, I think we're still doing pretty well. The additional damage of course helps with our clear speed. It also helps us to leech life at a bit of a higher rate. Our weapon no longer has built-in life leech, so we did lose there. But I'm sure the added damage does make up for that. And of course, being a boss fight with Lucius later on, having a higher DPS will ensure we kill him faster. Because he does a lot of spell-like effects. Not entirely sure if they purely count as spells or if they're maybe just ethereally enhanced melee attacks. But if we assume all he does is spell effects, then reflection is the only thing that truly helps against him. Retaliation is not gonna work. So we will have to perform a lot of the damage ourselves. Let's see, just double checking that there's no secret areas or anything. Ooh, another box. Lots of boxes. Okay, I will kill you guys and then I'm gonna go in. Jeez, they're also eager. Oh, a lot of these monsters, they could make their lives a lot longer by simply just moving out of the way rather than looking for the one thing that will kill them. Oh well. Would be
that skill's not
a lot less interesting to play, of course, if all the monsters did was run away. Where else would we get all of our loot? Hello there, reanimator. Let's take you out and your buddies. Okay, like that. And death is always only the beginning. Hey, hello there, Aspiria. Ooh, you are a bit more powerful than others. So you are a supporter. But unfortunately, I don't think your healing is gonna outdo my damage. Exactly, like that. Good. Dead and buried. And we're gonna skip the burying part. More scrap is always good. I tried to craft some new gloves, but proving to be tricky to find gloves that are an actual improvement. Getting higher base armor, sure, fine, that's doable, but better stats, tricky. Oh wait, we didn't actually open this one. Oh no. So scrap is one of those currencies that you never ever have enough of. If you're crafting items yourself, that is. And given that this is my first true character that pushes far on hardcore, I don't have a war chest to build up upon. Yes, skill points. So, final skill points. 2 more Markovians, getting it to 22, and then another to Zolhan, which of course has another +2 from the skills. And then you already see it here at level 9, they'll have a 25% chance to be used, which is the maximum. After that, the chance is never going to go up, only the damage is going to scale further. So that's why I'm picking a point, just keeping this at 6. Eventually, we'll get +3 to all skills, which will get it to 25% chance to trigger. For now, we are done with the soldiers. So next level, we're gonna put our very first point into demolitionist. And then we are truly gonna become a commando. Up until then, we are just a simple soldier. Well, simple.
That skill's not ready.
But that's a relative term, right? Another chest. Hello there, Mind Rager. Just shout at everything and then take out the caster here. Everything else will eventually kill itself. Ooh, the reanimator. Yep, take you out.
I can't do that yet.
There's some reports here, but I didn't really find the lore here to be all that interesting to read. But the Commander Lucius fight does make up for the less interesting aspects of the lore by just being a fun fight to do. A tough fight,
not ready.
but interesting nonetheless. Hello, yes. Don't want to stand in the ether for too long. This is where the heavy explosives are hidden. Also some dynamite.
I can't do that yet.
Alright, supplies. We needed to look for supplies. The heavy explosives were probably still guarded by the commander. I don't know, we'll see. So, we already spotted where Lucius is. Ooh, double elites, that's gonna be fun. Or not double elites, they're heroes. So you are reflective, that's gonna be fun.
That skill's not ready.
And what are you doing? You're a defender. Okay. So we'll just shout at everybody and deal with it. Upside, of course, of us being reflective as well is that it doesn't really matter all that much because most of our damage is not gonna be in our offensive. Though we have been changing that in recent episodes, and I think it's for the better.
That skill's not ready.
Just being a bit more aggressive with the build. Just pick up all the loot. So, there, we're doing a little bit of damage here. You. As a defender,
that skill's not ready.
Probably just boosting defense of all its buddies, but unfortunately for it, I'm not really impressed. And there it goes. And for our troubles, we get a terror blueprint, which is a relic we don't have yet. So we needed to make a bunch of other relics in order to craft it, so it is a higher tier. That's not really going to be all that relevant to us. Pretty happy with Guile as it is. There might be an upgraded version of it somewhere along the way. Maybe something that has a +1 to all the soldier skills, or maybe something that boosts both the soldier and the demolitionist skills. Honestly, it doesn't really matter what exists in theory, because if we don't have the blueprint, it might as well not exist. So we'll just have to be lucky, and until then I'm really happy with Guile. That was a really nice find, and I'm very happy that we actually have a relic that's useful for us. Okay. How do we get there? Backtracking, but me. Doesn't appear all that interesting. So let's just move on.
I can't do that yet.
Another reanimator. And there you go down. Reflecting, oh nose. And that. From the wall. I actually spotted it in time. That's good. I think it took me a couple of tries to find it last time. Or with a previous character, that is. But a lot of these things, once you've found a secret area once or twice, it's bound to stick. And it becomes a bit easier to remember it the next time. Oh, the biggest trick of everything, of course, is to just continuously hover over walls in order to look for secrets. That's it's tried and true. It's a lot of games that have secret interactable areas have that. Just hover over walls. If they light up, then it works. If there's no lighting up of areas, then of course you have to click on the walls. Which I remember doing in a bunch of old school games. If you remember Exile, back in the day before it was rebranded into Avernum. Really, really classic RPG. But there, basically, as a character, you as your party, you were always just walking into walls in order to see if they were pathable. Which didn't always result in the most interesting gameplay, but it did make sure that you found all the secrets that you could. So I'm happy that now, especially with most games with an isometric point of view, just having a mouse-based interface, then you can just hover over things and see if they are interactable or not. And yeah, it generally works rather well.
That skill's not ready.
Okay. Hey, cool. It's another +2 to Borcry helmet. Same base. Health on it as well. This one has chaos resistance and some pierce resistance. It's tempting. 9% to chaos resistance. This is a bonus to Mock Dragon's Pact. Strong bonus to our health regen and some resistances at the expense of retaliation. Nothing that's an obvious upgrade, so for now we're just gonna go after Lucius with what we've got. Go after Lucius we shall, cause
can't do that yet.
He's over there. We are getting close. So we have a couple of near-death experience trigger skills. Yes, that's a bit of an odd phrasing, but it's the kind of skills that will sort of kind of prevent death if you slowly bleed down. They won't help you against insta-kills.
I can't do that yet.
But it does help. Hello, Mind Rager. And a reanimator.
That skill's not ready.
So there's a little bit more killing before the actual fight. And new volunteers for
Can't do that yet.
my loot acquisition program keep presenting themselves. Hello, buddy.
That skill's not ready.
So, program works as follows. I kill you, I take your loot. Don't like it? Tough luck. Shouldn't have come here. Oh, another volunteer. Where do we find these monsters? Not the brightest bunch. So, there's another lore bit. So, let's grab that one. Read it, of course. And then
I can't do that yet.
finish up and take out the boss. Yet another mob. Really, they just come running from the other side of the level to go to their doom. It would be entertaining if it weren't tragic in some way. On the other hand, they look for me. They find what they're looking for. Death at the end of a blade. Or some form of spikes protruding from the armor.
I can't do that yet.
Ooh, Dominator. And there is the Iron Gate, leading to the boss fight. Let's do this. Yeah, Lucius, Lucius, Lucius. Please don't kill me. Okay. Okay, his flamethrower. We do it.
That skill's not
I have to
ready.
say the ether meteors, they don't kill us either, but we have a boatload of life. Let's do a bit of
That skill's not ready.
regening here. Overguard does help us. Okay. Meteors. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we're completely not impressed with the flamethrower. Setting the ground on ether is more dangerous. Okay. Going down to half-life, that's where I draw the line. Let's just drink a potion here. Okay. We managed to dodge quite a bit of that. Okay, now he's getting angry. Let's regenerate a bit and then go back in. We have Overguard still as our fallback here. Don't actually need to trigger it just yet. Okay, Overguard's back up. Let's get out of this puddle of ether. Dodge those meteors. Also, maybe we should actually shout at him to reduce the damage he's doing. That sounds like a smart idea. I should have thought of that earlier. And again, best ideas always come later. Okay.
That skill's not ready.
Overguard, potion, that was a bit of a combo of everything. Wasn't quite happy with that. Let's just say, this was truly the test I was waiting for.
I can't do that.
This is a very satisfying fight. There's some repositioning, there's situational awareness, there's some skill management. This was definitely a fun fight. And because we had so much life, we could take a couple of the stray meteors and all the other things on top of each other and still have plenty of time to respond to the situation. So I think we've done pretty darn well. So now we can clear out the door, use the heavy explosives. Da-da-da. Then was there's a box here, and I wonder, could we pass below here? No, not here. Was it there then? Could pass somewhere, couldn't we? Not here. Probably confusing it, but maybe on the other side. let's go back. I'm remembering something about it, and most of the time, if I remember something was possible, then there was a core of truth to it. It might just be the wrong location. And in this case, it might be that it's the other area. Whatever. Plenty of secrets. Can't always uncover every one of them in every playthrough. And now, lore time.
Good work down there. We need to secure a forward position at the necropolis immediately.
Why do you need me?
We cannot simply march our forces straight into the necropolis. The cult's minions will descend upon us in force and will be crushed before we even get to the Tomb of the Watchers. Instead, we'll put your unique skills to use. Make your way into the necropolis past the Plains of Strife and secure the nearest rift gate. Once you've done so, Ulgrim will come through with a contingent of our men. With the element of surprise on our side, we will strike at the enemy from within.
And we'll go there. And the last one. Yes, here's your supplies. So we get some reputation, we get some scrap, and we get inventory, an extra bag. And with that, I think we have reached the end of an episode. So we got our true test. We defeated Lucius in what I think was a really fun fight. So next episode we're gonna venture forth into the Plains of Strife. We will visit the Obsidian Throne and slay Bane Gurgov, who is presiding there. And after that, onwards to the Necropolis. So as always, we're gonna thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye bye.